Basically in this series, you guys give me ideas on what you want me to build, and I'll try my best to build those ideas and give you guys ideas for next builds. In this episode though, I kind of wanted to do my own design or do my own idea. For this idea, I want to redesign this whole village. Now there wasn't really no rhyme or reason why I want to do this, other than I thought it would just be cool. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas on what builds you want me to make in the future, just let me know in the comments below. I'll definitely take a look at them. But yeah, enough of me yapping. I think firstly would be to fix the terrain at the base of this area. Yeah, first I'm gonna fix all the dirt, because obviously look at this. It's kind of sad looking. I think he's saying thank you. I think that definitely looks a lot better so far. Excuse me. I swear these villagers have no manners. Case in point. I'm doing this for y'all, alright? I don't know why you give me attitude. Yeah, these lampposts are definitely gonna have to go. Honestly, I haven't really posted this series in a while. I want to get back into it for sure. Yeah, this terrain is not it, I gotta say. He's just thinking about his life choices, I guess. Probably gonna end the pathway about here. A lot of tall grass here. They don't keep up with their lawn. Now this pond here, this little area here gives me some ideas. I might make a little big little fish pond there. So now that we got the basis of the terraforming done, you have trees in your farm. It's a little overgrown, guys. What's going on here? Yep. There we go. That looks a lot better than what it did. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. This lamppost gonna skedaddle. Definitely gotta go. Now for these farms, it looks very barren, very plain. I'm thinking he's giving me some ideas just by doing his thing. Instead of it just being like a rectangle here, like the theme of this area is gonna be like mostly oak and spruce. So I'm gonna get a little bit of spruce, strip spruce to be exact. Maybe some of this. So, well, first we're gonna have to get rid of this guy's farm real quick. Don't mind me, little guy. It's gonna look better in the long run, right? Don't worry about it. There you go. We'll do something like this, I think. No real rhyme or reason for the shape or anything like that. I think that looks pretty good. Let me get rid of it, to be honest. He's homeless. They're debating who's gonna get the job. Damn, he's about to steal it. Damn. Damn. That's crazy. Something like this, and then we're gonna do... just so he has a little walkway. Don't mind me. Just trying to get a base. Yeah, like that. Okay. I think this is looking better than what it did before. This is kind of bothering me. I'm gonna extend this out a little bit. Okay, that's better. This can get filled in like so. I'm thinking, so he had carrots and wheat before, so maybe we can give him... See, I want to put sweet berries down, but I don't want them to hurt themselves. You know what? If they hurt themselves, that's on them. Yeah, it's on them. We'll do wheat seeds, and we'll do the same thing he had before. Excuse you. No, I don't want to barter with you. Yeah, we'll do a little diagonal type of shape. I think that works. Once it all grows, it's gonna look good. And then get the trapdoors and slabs. We're gonna do something like this. Perfect. This way it has a little like a... You are what? You know what? You're gonna bother me. I'm just gonna leave this both as... I really want to punch you. I'm just gonna leave that as spruce, actually. It's just so he has a little platform so it doesn't mess up all the rest of the crops, because yeah, he knows he's not the real deal. Okay, now that we have a little platform for this guy, I think he likes it. I like it. I think that's all that matters. Let's do... This tree might have to go. I'm gonna get this guy little... Right, not that big. Probably about there. 3 by 3. We'll give him a little platform. And I think for the foundation, I'm thinking whether I should do cobblestone or stone brick, or maybe even black stone. I don't want to make it too dark. I think we'll stick with stone brick and cobble mixed. I think that'll work. Maybe. I'm just going off on a whim here, I'll be honest. Yeah, I think that works. Maybe something like that. That don't look too bad. I like that so far. Trapdoor. Has a little arc design. I think it looks pretty good. Might do something crazy. Might add some moss here, just to make it not so super brown. If that makes sense. I think that works. The whole point of me doing this was to have this as a little farm with like watermelon or pumpkins. Hopefully that works out. I think he likes it. Damn, you just messed up all your crops, huh? Next, we'll do the pathways. We're gonna change the pathways we're gonna change them to more of like a rustic medieval type of feel. So do like coarse dirt, maybe gravel, some grass. Also, I don't like how straight this is. I want to make it a little more curved. Excuse you. I think that's a good reference on what it's gonna look like. It's kind of like an old style. People don't typically do gravel and coarse dirt together anymore, but I think it'll look good. I think he's starting to like it. I think they're starting to come around finally. For here, I'm thinking about putting bushes here, just like shrubbery. It's just that type of vibe I'm thinking there. But yeah, let's start on our first house. So we're gonna need to get wood for sure. First, we're gonna destroy it, because I don't think terracotta is really suiting this build. Okay, or it was like a typical villager house. So I won't make this one too crazy. Thinking, yeah, screw it. I'm gonna make these builds a little taller too. On the sides, we'll add a little stands for it, like that. We'll do this. The roof did just come to a point, but instead of that, I think I want to make this build go diagonal like this. This part isn't going to be flat here. Probably going to do an arch here eventually. Do a little trapdoor at the top here, just for some added detail. I think I like that. Maybe. Yeah, I like that for sure. I'm really just like winging this. No specific like design I'm going for here. And then I'll fill it in with this. I think this was throwing it off. This has to be a full. This has to be the trim. I might replace it with the moss. I'm not a big fan of the stripped oak, I think. I don't think it really suits it. Yeah, I like that better. I think that works for sure. This is coming good, pretty good. Now what if I... Not that. I did something like that. And then... I like that. I'm just full of ideas today, aren't I? Okay. I want to match over there too. I think it's coming together pretty well. Up top two, yeah. And then since we got that, I'm gonna do some grass and berry bushes. Why not? I think that's gonna help it out a lot. Now for the first floor walls. I might actually do the stripped oak. I'll fill that in with a normal. And then do that. I think that'll suit it pretty good. Perfect, okay. For the foundation, do stone brick. It's kind of like a mandatory thing. I'm thinking of doing maybe something like this for an entrance. I think that looks good. So this is gonna have to be taller. And then for the sides here, I'll do leaves. But for the corners, I'll do berry bushes. The interior, we'll do oak, just to change it up a little bit. Do that, yeah. And then inside, at the windows, obviously. Now I want this to be as spacious as possible. So perfect. I'll do the default one, whatever they had before. He had a yellow bed, I believe. Double chest there. I won't make the interior too complicated, because it is a villager house after all. On top of the crafting table, screw it. We'll do candles. And light them. We'll just do something simple like a scaffolding. Okay, I think this house is done on the interior. And the exterior, I think I like it too. First house done. Nice. Over here, I'll do a little bit of shrubbery. I think that looks pretty decent. Now, personally, I think this is already looking pretty good compared to the rest of the village. Now that we got that done, the next house we'll work on is probably this house. Yeah, nothing too crazy in here, just a chair, a bed, and a chest. It's gotta go. Now for this house, I'm gonna make it similar to that one, just instead of the roof being sideways, it's gonna be forward. There we go. Good foundation. What if I'm really curious how this is gonna turn out, actually. Yeah, that actually doesn't look too bad. Just a trapdoor action there. Same thing on this side. Trapdoor. A little bit of glass action. Just like that. Do a little bit of that. That already looks a lot better. Now for this house, there's a little bit of extra room here, so I might add a little farm. Let's see. Something simple, nothing too crazy. Yeah, just a little some. I think the lead's gonna have to go though. Probably gonna put cows here, so honestly it's gonna have to go up by 2, just so they can't get out. They shouldn't be able to get out. Okay, good to go. We'll do something like that. Fill that in. Bro's already trying to get out, so that's crazy. Part of me wants to do like a double glass window up top here. For the roofing, we're gonna do moss, no question. That's no question. Now for this might be a little tricky. Am I able to put moss up here? Oh, then look if I just do... What if we just do that? I don't think it looks too weird. That's what I was kind of worried about. Should be able to do this. Whoops. Yeah, I like that. I feel like this area, I feel like right here is pretty flat, but I don't think that's a huge issue. Unless... What if I... Perfect. That works better. Now I could be a little extra and make a little slanted roof happen right here. That don't look bad. What if I... Now I'm kind of doing too much. Nice. Okay. We did it anyways. Nice. I actually really like that. Nice. Okay. Since we got those 2 done, we'll probably work on this house next. How did you get in there? I'm not gonna ask questions. Now this is going to be destroyed, so let's go ahead and do that. Now when it comes to this church, probably we'll have a little arc on both sides here. It's gonna be a little church, nothing too crazy. I think that's a good size. What is this? I feel like there's a lot of routes I can go down with this. Just gonna try something. How's that look? Get some glass in here. This is gonna be an entrance side, so this side might actually have to be like that. Let's see. I think that's a good height. It's not gonna be a huge church. I think that's a good size. Yeah, you can't get out, little goofy. Okay, extend this out, down. For these. For this, it's just gonna be your normal, typical roof. There we go. That looks better. So we gotta get some berries going on here. Bump to me one more time. See what happens. That's what I thought. I think this is coming together pretty good. Call me crazy, but I might try something here. Walls in the corners. And then... Maybe. Get a slab going here. Okay, we might have something. How's that look from below? That's a little crappy, I'm not gonna lie. If we did that instead. I would like to have a bell up here. Can we do trapdoors here? Yes, we can. Okay. We might be cooking. We might be cooking with something here. Nice. Okay, how does that look from the below? Hold on, let me try something. This is something about this is throwing me off. I don't mind that. Let's see. Okay, let me put lanterns on the side. How would that look? You know, I don't mind that. I think that's okay. It's not my proudest work, but I think it works. I think the top here is gonna have to be sprucing. Before we work on the interior, we gotta do this bell. Now I'm trying to think what's the best way to implement this. Low key, that might just be the move. Yeah, I think that's the move. I like that design. Instead of having a window, one block window, it might do 3. This should work. Perfect. Okay. I think that looks more grand. It looks more professional. Now, what if I did do this again? I think that works. I might change it in the future, but for now, I think I'm gonna stick with that. Now for the interior, for up here, we'll do a little fancy design, a little archway, and the trapdoors. Perfect. This is gonna be like a little reception area. Might actually need to back this up a little bit. Yeah, you're ruining everything. Okay, now you're stuck in there. Congrats. Now that's all fixed. We can go back on the interior, and we should have a little more room to work with. Excuse me, sir. Excuse you. One's gonna be shorter than the other, just to make it look a little longer. Okay, I think that works. Obviously, we're gonna have that crab table in the corner. Perfecto. Just to block off the corners. The stone brick, just to make the stone brick not show, we'll do that. I think we're done. Yeah, I'm happy with how this turned out. It's got a little reception area. There's like get to the top to get to the bell. I'm happy with this. I think he likes it too. I like how it turned out. Definitely better than my first idea that I had. So first, we're gonna have to get rid of this guy's little home. Sorry, fella. Hopefully I aren't gonna let him do that. I think this area is gonna be where it's gonna be like a shopping district. I think that would work. Now, I think this is the next house. And then add a little laundry system where you can dry his clothes on the outside. Okay, so that's gone. Because I feel like it was a little too close, a little too cluttered, so I might move it over just a little bit. I think that's a good size. Yeah, we're gonna do a house here, shopping district here, and add those houses. Okay, I think that's a good foundation. I'm gonna have the door on that side. Oh, planks for the flooring. Just to change it up a little bit. So we got that now. Over here, let's see. I do want to add a little balcony like I did over there on this side. Whoops. Yeah, like that. I think this is messed up. I think this is bothering me. I think that's better. I'll do a lantern there and there. Fill this in like we did before. Perfect. Let's see what this looks like. Maybe this? I don't mind that. He's got a little yard. Maybe he can be like hanging out his clothes out here, so like that. And just I'm really just randomly, I'm just eyeballing all this. There's no exact like premise on what I'm going for here. Really just going with the flow for real. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay. Kinda like having the fence there though. That's better for sure. That way he has a little table for his clothes. He'll have a little bit of clothes right there. I think that works. Okay, so I think that's about done. I'll do the interior real quick of this area. He did have a white bed, so I'll keep that. Do bed, double chests. For some extra lighting. Now we can move on to the shopping district area. This gots to go. Extend this out a little bit. Or extend the shrubbery out just a little bit. Boom. I know I said I was gonna put a lot of berry bushes around, but hey, if they hit it, it's their fault, you know? Honestly, just to make this more proportionate, that way it's not just like a whole maze of a village, I think I'm gonna destroy these two. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, I think that looks a lot better. I'd rather it be more of like an L shape than an F, if that makes sense. But yeah, for here, we're gonna do a little shopping district. So let's see. I'm just gonna wing this, as always. Looks a little wonky, but I think it's okay. I think that's good. For the corners, we're gonna do that. Then the fences on top. First, I'm gonna start on the easy one over here. I think I'm gonna do red and blue, because I think those blocks, they stand up the most. Nice. Like that. Replace it with the stone brick, just so it looks more secure. Okay. Now this one might be a doozy, because I don't think I've ever made a diagonal shopping tent this, like, compact. I think that's the best course of action here. And you know what? I don't mind that at all. I think that's better. Not that. I think that's good. Now we just gotta make this diagonal, which, let's be honest, this is quite the predicament we got here. Now I'll stick with that. You want to work here? That bad, buddy? All right, come on. Congrats, you've been promoted. We had some leaves here just for some decoration, to separate this area a little bit. That's better. You know, that don't look that bad. I don't mind that. I think this half is officially, like, finished. I'm happy with this. Happy with this for sure. Okay, now we got 1, 2, 3, and a farm. Immediately my brain's thinking put a pond here and then a farm here, so I think I'm gonna go for that. I don't like how you just side-eyed me. We're gonna talk later, sir. But yeah, I'm thinking, try to make this look a little more proportionate, if I do say so. Okay, I think that's good. That way they have a little area to fish or whatnot. You know, I'm gonna extend this out a little bit. They deserve better. They deserve more. I think that's good. The trees can all stay, I think. I think it adds to the aesthetic here. Probably put these over here. And then we'll do put kelp here. And 2 lily pads. Perfect. Maybe some. Nice. Happy with that. It looks way more lively already. And then right here we'll add another little farm like we did over there. Bro's just messing up the crop farm everywhere, bro. You are a liability. Now for the size of this, I think it would be cool if we made this unleveled. Leveled a little differently. That's the word I'm looking for. Jeez. Do it like that. Nice. Now for the composter, I'm actually gonna put it right there, because I don't trust this guy. He's gonna destroy all the crops like a goofy. He likes his job already. Oh my. Maybe with a different level ground wasn't a good idea. Now this house is gonna have to go bye-bye. It does have a yellow bed though. Again, I'm sorry, I apologize. Yeah, he ain't too happy about it. Listen, you know what? Your name's gonna be Jerry. We got Jerry here. Lowercase J. Nice. Okay, that's, you know, Jerry, you know, you look like a Tommy. Tommy. Come here, Tommy. So we got Jerry and Tommy. You're just messing up all the crops, bro. You're gonna be... You look like a Gerald. That's how I'm gonna spell your name too. Gerald. You were adamant about getting this job, so... We got Oscar. Grants. Now, librarian. You look like a Napoleon. He likes it. You saw the nod of agreement. You've been working hard this whole time, so... Maybe Joseph. Grants. And you've actually been working hard. You've been working the hardest out of everyone here, so I'm gonna congratulate you with the name Timmy. Congrats, Timmy. Anyways, let's get started on the next build here. Alright. It's gonna be bigger. I want there to be a little more room between the houses because it's starting to get a little cluttered around here. Actually, I was gonna make it like a town hall, but the church is kind of like the town hall. So while Jerry's over there just doing his thing, I think we're gonna get started on this by doing. This gonna be an extra shop. I think that's a good idea. We're gonna make this a little tall. It's gonna be kind of like a tower. Okay. It might begin somewhere. I don't want all these builds to look exactly the same because that would just be kind of boring. So I'm gonna try to go all out with this build. Now, similar to what we did with this roof, it's gonna be just like this but more pointed. I think that would look good. So let's go ahead and try that out. Now, you might look at this and be like, what the heck am I doing? And honestly, you're not wrong for thinking that. But alas, let me cook. Now we got something like that. Now from below, that looks good. I think that looks pretty good. Now this is gonna be kind of like a shop. On the side here, I'm thinking about adding like a banner going off the edge and having like a sign or something. Now for the roof, I'm gonna go for good old moss here. Hopefully this doesn't look weird. Magnificence. It's money right there. Just need some grass and some berries. Okay. Oscar, what are you doing, bro? Same. Keep doing you, Oscar. How's that look from the outside? Looks like money. Just to break this up a little bit, let me add some trapdoors here. Actually, I have an idea. I have a gosh darn good idea. I'm gonna trim it up with oak and then fill it in with this maybe? Screw it, we'll do this. I don't mind that. No, I'm gonna really just wing it from here. Maybe a little something like that. That don't look too bad. Maybe add a fence here. Boom, perfect. And then we're gonna have something hanging here. Something's gonna be hanging there. We're bringing it down to this level. And then grab a beam here just to make it look more aesthetic. This is where we're gonna be serving people. Perfect. Alright. How would this look? Even better. Say less. Now for here, what can we do? How good this is gonna look, but yeah, actually that doesn't look bad. If I was walking by and I saw that, I would buy it on the spot. Now for the men here, obviously we're gonna have that. Let me put some cattle in the back here. We have a little back entrance here as well. So these guys are gonna work here, right? But obviously they're gonna sleep here too. So I think it would be best if we did a little something like this. Oh, bro, we already got a customer. Jerry, what would you like, sir? Bet. Alright, I got you. Just let me finish up this build. I got you, alright? Bet. Alright. Just so they have storage, you know. I think that'll look good. Yeah. We put it there. Flooring got to go. Whoever be working here is gonna be booming in profits. Now, originally they did have a yellow bed, so obviously that's the Mando. I got that and that's perfecto. Like that, and have a steak there, prepped and ready. Top here we're gonna have raw steak. Now that's good marketing right there. I'm happy with this build. I'm just gonna add a little bit of final touches to it and then we'll be set. Now, honestly, for this next build, I might combine these two houses because I don't think I'll have enough room to work with. The grass is already turned. The dirt's turned to grass already, bro. Gerald, what are you doing, bro? There's a reason you don't work at the steak shop. Okay, that was a little mean. I apologize. I take that back. Bro's gonna work until there's nothing left. He does also have carpet for the cartographer, so that's good to know. Don't worry, we're gonna make your house bigger and better. Don't even worry. Now for this last house, I'm gonna try to go all out on this one. So cartographer. So the things we want to add into this last build is a cartographer, white bed with some yellow carpet as well. Now, in order to do that, I gotta really think of my little brain here. I might make this house a little bigger than the others. I'm happy with that. So that's gonna be the base of it. Add a little bit of that. Get some glass. You know, I kind of want to make, it would be kind of cool if I made like a, yeah, him have like a little telescope sticking out here, looking out into the sky. Excuse me. Maybe we can have two here. Yep, see? See, we can actually all be friends. You see? Nice, nice. Okay, you're really in my way. Okay, buddy, okay, get a damn move on. It'll take too long. You're really tempting me today, aren't you? Okay, now go to this big window. I think that works. And then he also, actually he did have a bunch of bushes on the side, didn't he? A flower bed, if you will, at the front of his house. I have to do that here. I'm gonna do a little bit of this. Perfect. So the ladder's going there. Use my big brain here. Dropper is gonna have to be there. There we go, that way they can't fall off. And then he's gonna have his little telescope. Alright, it's not the best view, but you know, you get the idea. Perfect. Look at that telescope. That's a telescope if I've ever seen one. And as always, we're gonna have to add beds, because we got two beds now, so we got a white and a yellow. So we got that. What more could they need? I think that's gonna do it for this village redesign. I try to come up with like, I try to make all the houses look pretty different. If you guys have any ideas you want me to make an episode on in the future, let me know in the comments below. And as always, I hope you enjoy. Peace.